welcome to About Jobs TV today. Thank you for joining us. So the quote you looked at today said, "When I am rich, I will." And today we're talking about secrets behind job dissatisfaction. You have research showing that about 66% of people who are currently working seek to change their jobs. And this is because they believe that they are worth more than they're being paid, or they are worth more than the way they're being addressed or treated where they are. Whereas job satisfaction does not come from pay. It does not come from the way the other person treats you at work. It comes from an internal place in your mind. So let me start by telling you why people get dissatisfied at work. It might be because they've looked at their friend and their friend seems to be enjoying what they do, and they begin to question the terms around which they've been engaged. It might be because they wanted to go for a party and suddenly they don't have enough money to pay for maybe the ashwabi or the nice car that they would like to appear in, and so they feel like, listen, my job is not doing enough for me. Or the kids' school fees have come up and they haven't been able to put enough money together from work, or even rent. Maybe the job is not paying rent, and so they conclude that the job is the problem. In actual fact, a job is an opportunity for service, and being able to serve another in a way that that person can gain fulfillment gives you more than money can give you. You find that sometimes business owners are able to not pay themselves in a period of time and pay staff and pay rents and rates, and they have a smile on their face because they are seeing their vision come alive. I worked with a particular company in the dental industry, and the owner of the company, I love him so much. He actually, in my first years of working, gave me an office space to use because they wanted me to be close enough to the staff to be able to correct the ills in the company. And he said that for the first 5 years when he started his dental practice, he had a car that didn't work, and he'll push this car to his dental practice every day. Sometimes it'll stop on the way, they'll push it. And you know, people would probably look at him from the external and say, oh, this guy, poor man. Not knowing that the whole building, which is about 7 floors, belongs to him. He's pushing his car, and he has a sense of satisfaction when he does your teeth in a way that you can come back to him and say thank you. That's where he gets his fulfillment from. Could he have bought a new car? Yes. Did he want to buy a new car? Probably not at that time, because his discipline about building wealth around him was investing it in the people around him. The way to be satisfied in a place where you are is to invest in the place where you are. How do you invest? Invest a kind smile to your colleague. Invest a compliment to your boss. Invest in the satisfaction level of the clients that you offer service. And I will tell you a secret. What will happen is, most likely, a client will give you a tip. Most likely, your presence will bring a lift in the environment such that your employer will want to do something to keep you, or something to reward you for the good that you've invested. But if you come into work disgruntled because you didn't receive from others what you expected for them, you will arrive at a point of job satisfaction, regardless of how much you're paid. Now, you must understand how to separate your financial expectations from your job expectations. Now, I'll talk to you about that after the break. Hello, my name is Fumi Bajilai, and I'm your host today on About Jobs TV. I'm the MD of Afcon Recruit Limited and a business performance coach by profession, by passion, and by choice. Now, we spoke before the break about secrets to dissatisfaction. And I want to talk to you a bit more about how to separate your financial expectation from your job expectation. Because if you have the two as a unified expectation, you'll find yourself disgruntled, unhappy, and dissatisfied most times at work or even while relating with customers. You know the stuff where the customer has to say, "Smile, are we fighting?" You'll be that person if you have not separated your financial expectation from your job expectation. And I'll give you more tips on working abroad, if you choose to work abroad, and why to choose to work abroad. So when you go to work and you're expecting to be paid exactly the amount of money you need to pay your bills that month, you might be on the edge at the beginning of the month because you have those bills in mind. But you have to understand how to work for money and how to make money work for you. If you work for money, most times you're always thinking about the salary as an expense. Before it even gets to you, you've spent the salary. And so while you're working, you are thinking about your financial obligations, which are real. Like, for instance, you want to pay school fees, you want to pay rent. But if you've learned the financial discipline of how to get the money that you get to work for you and how to look for other opportunities to convert your skill to cash, while you're at work, you'll be able to focus at work, focus on the quality of your service that you offer. Because remember, the quality of the service you offer every day at work gives you the opportunity to earn more or earn less. So if you provide this horrible service to a client, you're most likely closing up an opportunity to earn more from that client, from your company, or even from yourself. You would reduce to yourself the quality of work that you do. So the tip is, make sure that while you're working for money, you also learn how to make money work for you. We're going to invite a guest on our show in subsequent series to teach us as professionals how to get our money to work for us. And my job is to teach you how to work for money and get the money that will build you the career of your dreams. The second thing that I hear most people say is, they're not earning enough, and so they find a job maybe in the US or in Canada that is paying them for what they're earning or for what they're doing probably 4 times what they're earning. And because of that, they make a decision to sort of travel or relocate. And I say this to you, if you are calculating earning in Canada, then you must calculate expenses in Canada to be able to know if what you are earning will be more. So if you're earning, say, 100,000 naira in Nigeria, and when you calculate what you'll be earning in Canada, it comes up to 500,000 naira. So you see, I'll be earning 400,000 more. What you haven't factored is the quality of living in Canada. What is the transportation system like? What is the housing system like? You haven't factored in a lot of things that form the expenses that will bring you that income of 400,000. But if you believe that because you have looked at a particular country and you see that the career you want to build is booming or has gotten to the zenith of innovation in another country and you want to move there, or you see that they have a major need in that country and it's something that you can help them help their people, that is a reason to move. And when you want to move to work abroad, there are certain things you need to know before you make the move to relocate. Please don't ever go and work in a country because somebody told you there's a job available and you just went. These are issues that we hear from candidates, and sometimes it's a scam or it's luring you into slavery in another country. So there are steps to follow. You must do your research. You must know that the country really has this vacancy, and you must know how to actually enter a new environment, a new terrain in a gradual process, as opposed to what we hear some people sell off everything they have because they're greener pastures, or they believe that when they get to the new country there are dollars on the floor of the airport. It doesn't work like that anywhere. So at the end of this class, you'll be able to click on the link below and get our free article on work and travel guide. It will give you some tips of how to make yourself a prime candidate to be sent abroad by your company, to work for the company, or to enter a new space in a different terrain, so that you can look at the opportunities available for you outside your country. So in closing, what you read as a quote at the beginning of this class was that when I'm rich, I will be, or when I'm rich, I will do. And I say to you that you need to be before you become rich. So the things that you believe you will do when you are rich, or you think that, oh, the reason why I'm offering bad quality services because I don't have enough money in my account, or they didn't pay me enough. Imagine that you had all the money that you wished you could have been paid from that company, and start acting that way. And I tell you that by the laws of attraction, the things that are due you will come to you. I believe strongly in God's narrative to the work transaction, because Jesus Christ actually sent me to speak to people about his narrative, his side of the story. And I believe that if you follow through a lot of these sessions and About Jobs TV, you will get to learn what God's idea is about your career, about your job, and how to become the top. Because that will be the point of satisfaction for the Lord that sent me, and from me who he sent. Make sure you enjoy the work that you do every day, and I'll show you how in Jobs TV. Thank you for tuning in today, and have a profitable career.